Hello and welcome to the cloth diaper review. My name is Carmen. It's super nice to meet you. Welcome back if you have watched one of my videos before, and welcome if this is the first time. I am also super glad that you're here. I hope that you'll stick around, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. So today is day 2 of the Cloth Collective Initiative for 2022, and the prompt today is about diapering systems. Now, I have quite a few different diapering systems, but I by no means have all of them. The majority of what I do on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, things like that is all self-sponsored. Like, I paid for the items, so I don't have everything. I can't afford to have everything. So I am going to share with you what I do have and give you an overview and give you some ideas of stuff that might work for you. Before we get started, I want to remind you that it's not all or nothing with cloth. It simply can't be for a lot of families, although in theory everyone could cloth diaper, not everyone can. So I want to call attention to 2 options here. One of them, if you would like to go the cloth diapering route and it's just not something that is financially feasible for your family, but you need to have clean diapers because that's the thing, at the end of the day, you need to have clean diapers on a baby. The option that I'm going to suggest is the cloth option. I'm going to link them down below. And then I'm also going to be linking, if you would prefer to go a disposable route, it's going to be to the National Diaper Banks, and that is for the United States. That is where I live. And in day 1, I also mentioned if you happen to live in the North Dakota area and you would like to be put in contact with more local resources and things like that, send me a message on Instagram or drop a comment below. I will be happy to share more information about things that are in my more immediate area. So we're going to get started, and I just kind of grabbed whatever example I kind of have. It's not a review of anything in any way. So the first one that I have is an all-in-one, and the one that I have is from Happy Behinds. This is actually a newborn size. Let's take a look at it. So an all-in-one is going to have, if you can kind of see it, there's absorbency that is in here, and this one in particular has like a micro fleece on the inside of it, but this is the absorbency. You don't have to add anything else. So when you wash, now this one does have a pocket actually, so you can put additional absorbency in it, but some of them don't. And so you would just put that in the washing machine or hand wash it or whatever you're using to wash your diapers, and that is all that you have to do. You don't have to unstuff anything. So this is what the inside of it looks like. You can tell here. So this is the snap side, and then this is the actual absorbency part here. And as I mentioned, this one has a pocket in it, and it happens to have a double gusset. Not all of them do. Not all of them have a pocket. Sometimes, like for example, Lighthouse Kids, they have their version of an all-in-one has an all-in-one that's almost like a trifold that is attached to the back here. So it looks more like a pocket diaper. It's attached to the back so that it folds down and it folds together to be the insert. And I would go, in my opinion, if I was going to invest in more all-in-one diapers, I think that's the route that I would go. So that's all-in-one, an abridged version of an all-in-one. So you don't have to put any inserts for absorbency or anything. You could put additional ones if you needed in this. Like I said, this one happens to have a pocket in it. Not all of them do, but an all-in-one is all-in-one. It's what I think is the most closest to a disposable. You don't have to do anything to really prep this. You just snap it up and there you go. So next I'm going to talk about covers, and I actually have 3 different examples of a cover. So take a look at this one. This is from Greener Odyssey, I believe. So covers don't have some sort of like athletic working jersey or a micro suede or a micro fleece in it. This one is more of a wipeable texture, and this does have a tummy panel in here, and this one also does have a double gusset. So same thing, it's going to have rise snaps and waist snaps and everything. With a cover, you can reuse a cover as long as a baby has not had a bowel movement and it's not like drenched and like super wet. So you may or may not know, PUL, TPU, the lamination on whatever the outer fabric is, a poly or whatever is on the outer, is water resistant. It's not waterproof. Water can still definitely seep through. So if you maybe need to bump up your absorbency, or you have a child that is a very heavy wetter, sometimes you might need to change out a cover more frequently with a baby that might be a lighter wetter, or you're using more of an absorbency. But theoretically, you should be able to reuse this until a baby has a bowel movement. At that point, everything needs to go. Can you use a pocket as a cover? Yeah, I use pockets as covers all of the time, but you don't want to reuse that then. The only thing that you should be reusing is something that has no lining in it, type of thing. So that is one option that I have of a cover. Another option that I have of a cover is very similar. This one happens to have a front and a back panel to help keep, if you're using an insert or something like that in there, tucked down. The reason that I pulled this one out is because this one doesn't have a double gusset. It's just a like standard leg elastic. So some covers might have a double gusset, some of them might not. The advantage I have personally seen to having a cover with a double gusset is the factor of if you're using something like a pre-flat, pre-fold contour, something like that, that might need a little bit more space than a regular like pocket diaper or something would use. So I especially like to use a cover with a double gusset at nighttime, but I have noticed, like on this one specifically, the width in the like bikini area is a little bit wider, so I have not actually missed the double gusset on this particular one. So it's all comes down to the cut. So the other kind of cover that I have to show you is going to be a wipeable cover. This one is from Mango Moon Stitches. So this one also happens to have a front tummy panel. I have another one from Panelina Bambino. It doesn't have a front tummy cover, or a tummy panel. It just kind of depends on. But the thing about this is that the material is quite different than this. So this is like the inside of a pocket diaper. This is a little bit thicker, and it is two separate pieces. So the outer and the wipeable fabric are two separate pieces, while as this is just the lamination material bonded to the outer fabric. I really like a wipeable cover because you can wipe it down. Same thing with all versions of a cover. If there has been a bowel movement, it needs to go into the lawn. So we're moving on to a pocket diaper. This one's from Stock Show Baby. Has some sort of opening through here to be able to stuff your absorbency, or like I said, you can just use a pocket as a cover. That's what I do a lot of the time. Sometimes you might have an opening here, an opening here, it might be an envelope style, it might be a split, but they're all some sort of pocketed opening in which you insert your absorbency of your choice. An insert, something that's been pad folded, receiving blanket, you know, whatever you're using on the inside of this can go inside of a pocket diaper. And then I have an all-in-one here to show you. So this is a Panelina Bambino. It is the Simple Night, I believe is what it's called. So an all-in-one. This one has two pocket openings. So that's a good example of how a pocket diaper might have an opening in it, or two different ones. But this one has snaps so that you can put your absorbency in there and be able to take it out a little bit easier versus an all-in-one where everything is completely enclosed or encapsulated and you can't take the absorbency out. I believe one of the things with all-in-ones, or excuse me, all-in-twos, that I don't know if it's particularly for this brand, but I've seen is that with the two openings, you don't have to unstuff your diaper. Would I still do that? Yes, I would still do that. That's just me. This one does happen to have a double gusset and a front tummy elastic. Not all of them are going to have that, but it is just another version. I think an all-in-two is a little bit more user-friendly and wash-friendly over an all-in-one diaper. So I have two different diapers that I'm going to show that are not, maybe might not be in some other videos. I'm not sure. I'm just adding them in because I happen to have them. So one of them is a fitted diaper. So this is a fitted diaper. This one is from Darling Estelle. And this one you do close with a snappy, and you can put a cover over this. The cool thing about this fitted in particular is that it's kind of like a pocket fitted, so you can take out the absorbency and add in as you need. I know that there are other brands that have a version of a fitted diaper that has snaps on it that is physically all just one thing, like an all-in-one, that you can't take out any of the absorbency you could add in by laying it in, but that is another option. This is not an item that is water resistant, but I really like using a fitted diaper for diaper free time or like cover free time, and I know a lot of people really like fitteds at night. So at nighttime, obviously you would put over a wool cover, fleece, something like that. Another one that I think, I mean, maybe might not be in other people's videos, is fleece. Like I mentioned, I don't have any wool diapers, but I do have these little fleece shorties that I made. I'm willing to bet now that I'm looking at them that they're probably too small for my son now, so I'll have to make some more. But I just made this one. I know that there are patterns online. I figured that out after I made it. It just, I don't know. I just looked at them. I looked at a picture, and that's how I figured out how to make them. But I know that there are free patterns online now that I've seen that will show you how to make them and tutorials and things like that. So this one is, again, it's water resistant, it's not waterproof. That some people use these at nighttime, but I think that they have additional layers of absorbency in more of the wetness zone, and that's the avenue that I think that I would take if I was using this at nighttime. I just use this during the day, again, for cover free time, but it's another diaper option. And the last one is a contour cover. So this one is an item that comes from Be Calm Boutique, and that's the only place I believe that you can get it. So it is a hybrid, I would say, between a wipeable cover and a contour, like a flat diaper contour. So it looks like a contour, as you can see here, but it has this wipeable material in here. And some things that you will notice, obviously there are no snaps for the rise, and there's no snaps in the waist. So just like a contour, it is folded and stretched over your baby like a contour. And then you would put a fabric contour or pre-flat or pre-fold or an insert or something like that in here. Thing that you might notice on this is actually on the leg elastics is quite a bit different. It has more like a booty elastic. It doesn't necessarily have a leg elastic. The way that you put this on creates a seal here so that you will minimize having leaks through it, and this helps to keep any solid items from escaping through the diaper and things like that. So yeah, I wanted to bring this up because it is a little bit of a different diapering system that is newer, that, I don't know, maybe you might be interested in trying something like this. So those are all of the diapering systems that I have. I know that there's more, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what other people are using, what other people like, and learning from all of you. So what is your favorite option? What's your least favorite option? Out of this, my favorite is probably a cover with a double gusset, especially if there's tummy elastic. I like tummy elastic. And then I also use pockets as pockets or pockets as covers, that kind of thing. Probably followed by, I think I'm a convert on the fitteds. I didn't think that I liked fitteds because they're quite similar to an all-in-one, and an all-in-one is personally one of my least favorite, especially when it's kind of not a piece that can be unfolded out of it. But because now I've been introduced to a fitted that you can adjust the absorbency and physically separate it from it, I kind of really like fitteds also in that style. So yeah, and then I said, yeah, my least favorite's an all-in-one. It's just not my jam. I know a lot of people like them, but it's not my favorite. So that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. let me know what I've missed, what I don't have in my little collection here, and I hope that you will check me out tomorrow for day 3 of the Cloth Collective Initiative. Again, I want to remind you about the additional resources in the Dropbox. I also have in my Linktree, is that what it's called? I got one of those. I'm kind of fancy now, if you know what I mean. If you click on that, it's going to have a lot of resources within North Dakota also for a wide variety of things. If you are having trouble obtaining nutritional food for your family, there's information on there. If you need access to healthcare, especially if it's concerning a pregnancy, there's information on there. And there's also information on if you would like to consider becoming a foster parent in the state of North Dakota, because we greatly need foster families in North Dakota at this time more than ever. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you tomorrow for day 3 of the Cloth Collective Initiative for 2022. And thanks for watching. See you later.